çeşitli programlara katılmaya geldik.
And also participate to various events and tackle our longing. The moment we stepped foot in Eskişehir, we participated to our party's provincial meetings and met the organizational teams of Eskişehir. And then we participated to the opening ceremony of the Chinese hair company's white goods facility, and also the official opening of 52 new facilities. These facilities that are worth of 1.6 billion in worth, hopefully will be auspicious for our country. Hire a company about a year ago acquired a Candy Hooler-like global brands, and it is a company that is global. And the facility is established in Eskişehir. Drying machines as well as dishwashers will be manufactured. The dryer machine facility has started operating, and the facility which will manufacture dishwashers hopefully will start operating in June. As seen, Turkey is on a path marching towards being a global hub of production and manufacturing for many global companies, as it is the case for our own. As I always say, a capital does not have a color, a religion, language, or route. Anything that will be bringing about contribution to our growth, our employment and investment capabilities is more than welcome. And the doors of our country are open. And with this understanding, in the period of the pandemic, the global production and logistics system, which is being restructured, hopefully will bring our country to the top ranks. Production, investment means production, employment, and growth. Investment means reduction in current deficit account and increase in people's income and further enriching of our people and our welfare. And this picture is the salvation recipe of our country. And hopefully in the forthcoming periods we will be sharing some similar good news and many more news to come with our people. With every facility established, with every opportunity for further employment, our country is nearing closer to its goals. And of course, my dear brothers and sisters, we have not made it to this point that easily. Over the past 19 years, from education to health, from security to energy, from transportation to urbanization, we have materialized many investments that covered all relevant fields, and this is how our country has made it to this day. Every one of our 81 provinces has been gifted with what has been done over the whole Republican history only in 2 decades, and we have doubled, tripled, and even folded by 10 or 5 folds the amount of investment done in the whole history. And the total cost of investment is exceeding 3 billion liras, and today we are opening totally 106 projects in this mass opening inauguration ceremony. 3 kindergartens and 7 elementary schools, 11 high schools, and the dorm for high schools, public training centers, Osman Gazi universities, faculty buildings, and two higher education dorms, each of which has a capacity of 1,200 and 1,500 beds, respectively, are now being opened. In health, we are opening the emergency case center and put it to public use. The indoor car park built by Toki and many other social facilities, as well as Eskişehir People's Garden, and also many infrastructure and landscape projects are being officially opened today. In agriculture and forestry, from the forestry operations to planting of trees, from the zoning to natural parks, and all the way to flood prevention measure projects, we are opening many other projects. Today we have the representatives of many different institutions and ministries, and the organized industrial zones, public buildings for those institutions and authorities are being opened today. This goes the same for infrastructure and superstructure investments, energy and energy transmission projects, and also the projects supported by our development agency. These are also now being officially inaugurated. The source of pride for Eskişehir, TUSAŞ industrial zone, and the relevant infrastructure investments, and very importantly, engine development projects are also being opened today. Likewise, Belikova, İnönü, and Günyüzü municipalities have brought about many projects to our different districts of Eskişehir, and we are officially inaugurating them here right now. And I hope that all these projects, all those investments, all those new facilities will be auspicious for you, for our people, and for our country. I would like to congratulate all the ministries, all the municipalities, all institutions and authorities of our country, all subcontracting companies and engineering companies. And I also would like to congratulate all who contributed to the construction and fruition of these projects, from engineers to architects to workers. And hopefully we will continue to adorn our beautiful city of Eskişehir with many more investments to come, with many more beautiful projects to be materialized. I am proud of you as well. My dear brothers and sisters, like everything else, serving the nation and the country is an issue of chance, and God has graced us with this chance. For years, the single-party fascism, military coups, internal and external, rooted fascism wasted the energy and resources of our country. But we, thanks be to God, have brought our country to this verge of breakthroughs. The greatest democratic reforms of our country, and also the development movements registered, helped our country become one of the countries in the world whose voice is listened to and recognized. And for that, of course, we have paid a lot of hefty prices. From time to time, we endured the implications, the impositions of coup makers and tutelage supporters, and from time to time we have survived the weapons of the coup makers, and we struggled with the traps and the traps of those coup makers, and from time to time we had to stand strong against the wind of lies and manipulation and hypocrisy. But thanks be to God again, and with the help of our nation, with the support of our nation, we have overcome all those challenges.
dengesizlikleri siyasi ve ekonomik sınırların dışına çıkartmamak için
Those who
ellerinden
tried
geleni
their
yapanlara
best
rağmen
in order not to
işte
make our
2023'ün
country move
yani büyük
out
ve
of its
güçlü Türkiye
borders
hedefinin şimdi neresindeyiz? Eşiğindeyiz. Sadece bununla kalmıyor.
failed, and
Gençlerimize bırakacağımız
despite that,
en
we
büyük
are
miras olarak
at the threshold
gördüğümüz
of growing
Türkiye'nin
further and further.
2053
And not only
vizyonunda
that, we
yavaş
are
yavaş
closely and slowly
şekillendirmeye başlıyoruz.
shaping the
Bunun için
2020,
vatan topraklarının her karışını
2053
yatırımlarla,
vision of our country, which we
özellikle
will be leaving
zenginleştirmeye,
to our next generations. And with this
maziden
understanding,
atiye
we are enriching
uzanan
each
köprüyü
inch of
güçlendirerek
our soil, and we
insanlarımızın
further
geleceklerine
reinforce the
umutla
bridge
bakmasını
that
sağlamaya çalışıyoruz.
is
Sıkıntılarımız
built
yok mu?
from the past into
Uluslararası
the
alanda
future.
karşılaştığımız
Do we
zorluklar,
do we not have problems? Yes, of course, we have some problems in the internal politics and in the international arena, and we do have some problems in economy.
attığımız her
However, in
adımda
every step we take forward over the past 19 years, we have, of course, endured some challenges.
birer birer
Every
aşarak
obstacle that stood in our way has been tackled, and by way of that, we have strengthened our country. We have grown our country. We have
eğer zorluklar
brought about more
karşısında
self-confidence
pes eden bir
and
yapıda olsaydık,
reinforced our
bu
structure.
işlere
If we had
İstanbul
a
Büyükşehir
character
Belediye
to give up,
Başkanlığı'nın ardından
if we had had a character to give up in the face of challenges, we would have not come to this way. And those who put some behind bars thought that we would have given up. But when we won the elections and came to office in 2002, those people again had the same enthusiasm. From terror organizations to coup makers, many evil powers were moved with the same and towards the same goal. Just like in the international politics, in economy as well, our country was by some tried to be cornered, but this does not reflect the real position of our country. And those who set up those games do not feel even the need to hide their motives. They try to push Turkey into difficulty in the field of economy and politics, and they speak their intentions clearly even, and obviously their motive is not to protect the rights and interests of our country. Depending on such statements, those who boast obviously do not have an aim to serve our country. However, just like we have not allowed anyone to run rampant in our country for the past 19 years, and just like we have frustrated them in their goals over the past 19 years, we this time again will do the same. The only 2023 goal in the heart and minds of our people is achieving our 2023 vision. Any other account or calculation is wrong and is doomed to be driven away from and in the ballot boxes. The financial crisis already was felt by all. And the coronavirus pandemic indeed helped reveal all those shortcomings in all fields with all their nakedness. Even the developed countries have been exposed to be of countries, of structures that are fragile and vulnerable. The First and the Second World Wars that institutionalized the security and welfare order in the world also has been shown to be an ivory tower in truth. The cultural background, the strong production and human capacity and human sources ability of some countries helped those countries to distinguish themselves from others, from energy to logistics, from raw materials to strategic products. We in the world saw some extreme price increases.
Petrol başta olmak üzere sanayisinde kullandığı ürünlerin çoğunu dışarıdan alan bir ülke olarak
As a country that procures most of its products in the industrial area, and mostly the oil, of course our country has been influenced, impacted by that in the crisis period. However, we have taken responsibility and reflected the global price increases in the lowest way possible. And with this, we are, on the other hand, aware of the challenges that our people face. To further encourage investments, increase employment rates, and also grow the investment scopes, we are willing to turn this global crisis into a historic opportunity. We will be ridding our country from the vicious circle of interest rate and foreign currency fluctuations, and the challenges we endure are temporary. However, be sure that what we will gain at the end will be preserved for many more generations to come. Those who oppose us indeed do not have even the smallest service or great work in the history of our country, and on the contrary, they are they are responsible for all the wrongdoings done in our history. Every airport, every tunnel, every road, every highway project in our country was constructed by our governments. And those people who oppose to all those projects, can they have an intention or a motive to do the same? They can't. And in Eskişehir now, can you easily drink the tap water? Yes. And the greater municipalities are liable to offer those clean, pure water to the citizens of that city. And do we have that in Eskişehir? If not, we should be careful, and then we should be well prepared for 2023. And Africa, which is the rising star of our world, we work day and night. We visited 4 African countries last week, for example. However, when it comes to the opposition, they only are concerned about calculating the fuel cost of the aircraft we use to travel to the continent. And now they say that the aircrafts of the establishment would be sold out. You are only concerned about such things. You do not make our country win or try to make our country win.
uğraşıyorsun?
You're only concerned about how to sell what our state institutions own
Biz
and use
altyapı,
those for your own good.
üst yapı
While on the other
yatırımlarıyla
hand, we invest
ülkemizi
in
nasıl ayağa
superstructure
kaldırırız?
and infrastructure.
Bunlarla uğraşıyoruz.
Look for ways how we
Onların
can make our
gittikleri
country
yerlerde
stand tall
söyledikleri
and
şey,
develop. However, the opposition party,
diyorlar ki,
wherever they go,
biz
what they
gelince
say is that
bu uçakları
when we
satacağız.
come to power, they say they would sell
Biz ise
those
almaya devam edeceğiz.
airplanes. We, on the other hand, I have to say, will
Ülkemizin
continue
kıtayla olan
procuring more.
ekonomik potansiyelini 25
Our
milyar
economic potential
dolardan
in the
50
continent
milyar dolara çıkarmak için
of
ter
Africa
dökerken
will be
onlar
increased
kendi
from
kinleri ve
$25
nefretleri
billion
içinde
to 50
debelenip duruyor.
billion. And when we are
Dünyanın en büyük
engaged
projelerinin
in such,
ülkemizde inşa edildiği
the
bir
opposition
dönemde
party and
bunlar
their members are
ülkeyi
only concerned
ölmüş,
about their
bitmiş
own
göstermek
interests.
için
In such an
bin
era,
dereden
they are
su
trying all
Biz
they
ise
could
onların
in their
ülkeyi
power
kötülemek
to
için
make
su
our country
getirdikleri o
look
derelere
in
kurduğumuz projelerle,
desperation.
barajlarla,
However, with the
elektrik
projects we
santralleriyle,
established with
ventlerle
water dams
milletimize
and
hizmet
power
götürüyoruz. Farkımız
generation
bu.
facilities and water structures,
Kardeşlerim,
we
bunların tek gayesi
bring services
dışarıdan
to our people.
kulaklarına üflenen,
The
süflenen
only concern
tekrarlayarak
of the opposition is
ülkenin ve
to
milletin hayrı
repeat
için
what
yapılan her şeye
is
engel olmak.
whispered into their
Takoz koymak.
ears outside the
İzlenen her
country.
politikayı
And all they are
zayıflatmak.
concerned about is to
Öyle ki
hinder
sırf
our
bizi
country's
engellemek
movement and
terör
slow us
örgütleriyle
down.
birlikte de yol yürüdü.
And to prevent our
Darbecilerin
march,
yanlarında
they
da
would even
dururlar.
walk
Ülke ve
with terror
millet
organizations,
düşmanlarının
stand
dümen
by
suyuna da girerler.
coup makers, and also be
Bunlar
involved with the
terörist
enemies of our
ile
country.
beraber oldular.
These people work together with the terrorist
Bunlar da adam.
Selo.
Bunlar Yasin Börü'yü öldüren
They have no
Selo
shame.
değil miydi?
Wasn't it
Bütün
this
oradaki
person Selo
vatandaşları sokağa
who came
döken
to Azimburlu?
Selo değil miydi?
And wasn't he again the same person who
Şimdi kalktılar, onu içeriden
forced
nasıl
people
çıkardınız bunu
to
gayret
take to the
içerisindeler.
streets? And now all
Yargı
the
ne
opposition
diyorsa
party is
o.
concerned about
Çıkaramayacaksınız.
to
İşte Selo'nun
make
eşi televizyon programına çıkıyor.
this person be released
diyor,
from the prison. And now
Masumane oturuyorum.
Selo's wife
Senin çocukların
go on
masumane
to
diyor.
the TVs and
O
she
şu
says,
anda toprağın
I am
altında
here with my innocent
öldürülmüş olan
kids.
o
Okay,
bizim
but
günahsız
if your kids
vatandaşlarımızın
are innocent,
geride
then
bıraktıkları
aren't
yavruları Yasin
and
Börü'nün
weren't the kids of all those
geride bıraktığı
who
ailesi, onlar ne?
lost their lives due to the terror attacks
Onlar masum değil mi?
not innocent? And this goes the same for Yasin Börü.
Onlar
Wasn't
şu
he
anda
innocent?
anneleriyle
Weren't
beraber
those
masumane
people
yaşıyor.
innocent? Weren't those kids?
Onları
innocent?
nereye koyacaksın?
And where would
Sen
you put them?
anasın da
If you're a mother,
Yasin'in anası ana değil mi?
isn't Yasin's mother also a mother?
Öbür tarafta yatıyorlar, kalkıyorlar. Kavala, kavala.
And every day, every night, they speak the name
Yahu
of
kavala
this
dediğin
person,
Soros'un
Kavala, Kavala
Türkiye
and Kavala.
şubesi.
Kavala is indeed the Turkey office of Soros.
10 tane büyükelçi onun
10
için
ambassadors,
Dışişleri Bakanlığı'na geliyor. Bu ne terbiyesizliktir ya?
go to the Ministry of Foreign
Siz
Affairs.
burayı ne
For
zannediyorsunuz
him.
ya? Burası Türkiye, Türkiye.
What an improper manner is this? What do you
Burası
think
öyle
this country is?
zannettiğiniz gibi
This
bir
is
kabile
Turkey.
devleti değil.
This is not a tribal state
Burası
as
Türkiye.
you think.
Anlı şanlı
It is
Türkiye.
Turkey here.
burada
This
kalkıp
is
da
the glorious
Dışişleri
Turkey.
Bakanlığı'na gelip talimat verme
coming
gibi
to
bir
the
yola
Foreign
giremezsiniz.
Foreign
Gerekli
Affairs
talimatı
Ministry
ben de Dışişleri
and
Bakanımıza
attempting
verdim.
to
Ne
give some
yapması
statements
gerektiğini söyledim.
is not what you can do.
Bu 10 tane
I
Dışişleri
indeed
Bakanı'nın
gave my instructions
dışişleri
to the Foreign Affairs
büyükelçi.
Minister, those
Bunların
ambassadors
bir an
of
önce
10 countries.
istenmeyen adam ilan edilmelerini hemen
I
halledeceksiniz.
told the minister to declare those men as
Zira
the
bunlar Türkiye'yi
undesired
tanıyacaklar.
names, undesired men. They
Bilecekler.
will,
Türkiye'yi
because I have to
bilmedikleri,
understand
anlamadıkları
what Turkey
gün
is. They will
burayı terk
need to
edecekler.
know what Turkey is, and the moment they do not, they will leave this country.
Değerli kardeşlerim, sizler zaten
My brothers and
bu
sisters,
milletin birer evladı olarak neyin ne olduğunu biliyorsunuz.
you as the
Ülkenin derdiyle dertlenmeyince,
sons and
milletle
daughters of
aynı
this great
istikamete
country
bakmayınca,
know
gelecek
what
nesillere karşı
our country
sorumluluk
is
hissetmeyince,
able.
velhasıl omurga olmayınca,
However,
işte böyle
if some do
her
not
yöne
feel a
kolay.
responsibility and have a backbone, it is easy for them to change the course of their journey. Isn't Mr. Kemal also with them? All he says
Çünkü beraber yürüyorlar.
is selo,
Beraber yatıp
because
kalkıyorlar.
they walk together.
Bay Kemal,
They
bak
spend
bizi iyi
in days and nights together.
biz senin
Mr. Kemal
kalktığın yerde
watches closely.
biz milletimizle oturur, milletimizle kalkarız.
We only stand
Ve
with our nation
milletimize
and walk with
yan
our
bakanla
nation,
da en ufak bir dostluğumuz olmaz.
and we would not have the
Çünkü
slightest
biz ne
friendship
diyoruz?
with all those who have their sight set on our country.
Hamdolsun biz bugüne kadar nasıl dimdik durduysak, bundan
Thanks
sonra
be
da
to
aynı
God,
şekilde
just like
mücadelemize
we
devam edeceğiz.
stood tall
Her vakit olduğu gibi.
until this
Bugün
very day,
de milletimizi
we will
eğriyi
continue
de doğruyu da
to
gören,
keep
haklıya
our heads
hakkını
high.
teslim eden,
And
haksıza
we
dersini veren
will continue
irfanına
to teach
güveniyoruz.
lessons
Eskişehir'den
to
başlayarak
the
81
unrighteous, and we
vilayetimizin
trust
tamamında
in our nation to teach them to
insanlarımıza
do
bu
lesson
hakikatleri anlatmak için
and to
arkadaşlarımızla birlikte
speak those
gece gündüz çalışıyoruz,
realities
çalışacağız.
to our people.
Türkiye'nin
In all 81 provinces of our country, we work day and night, and we will continue working
gerçekten
relentlessly.
21.
And
yüzyılın
when
parlayan yıldızı
we
olacağından
again
zerre
emerge
kadar
victorious
şüphe
in our
duymuyoruz.
test in 2023, we have
Bunun için de üzerimize ne düşerse yapacağız.
no doubt that our
Değerli
country will
kardeşlerim,
continue to be a
atalar
rising star, and we will do
tarlada izi
whatever we have
olmayanı
to
harmanda yüzü
for this end.
olmazmış derler. Biz tarladaki izimize, yani ülkemize bugüne kadar kazandırdığımız eser ve hizmetlere güvenerek
We have
milletimize
full
mutlu,
trust in what we have done for our country, what we have built for our country,
muhalefetin
and depending
avara
on those,
kasnak
we
gibi aynı yalanları,
promise a bright future
iftiraları,
for our
hezeyanları
country,
döndürüp
for our
dolaştırıp
nation,
tekrarlamasının
and
84 milyonun tek bir ferdine bile en küçük bir faydası yok.
the fact that
Ama
the opposition party
Bizim
repeats its
81
lies and
vilayetimizin
slander
her birine
over and over
kazandırdığımız
again does
ve
not benefit
hizmetlerin her
a
bir
single person
insanımızın
of this
günlük
country.
hayatında
However,
somut
all the
karşılığı
works,
var.
all the projects we
Kardeşlerim,
have gifted our
unutmayın,
nation has
söz
concrete
uçar,
outcomes and
icraat kalır anlayışıyla.
results
Gittiğimiz her yer,
for our
her şehirde
people.
olduğu gibi
words
son 19 yılda
would fly,
Eskişehir'e
but
yaptığımız
what's written
yatırımlarında
will
kısa bir icmalini
be registered.
sizlerle paylaşmak isterim.
And with this, I also wanted to share what we have done for Eskişehir over the past 19 years
Burada
in
belediye
records
neler
with
yaptı?
you.
Var mı bir şey?
Does the municipality here
Eskişehir'e
really
bugüne kadar 30
do
milyar
something
liralık
concrete
yatırım
here?
yaptık.
Has it done?
Eğitimde
No.
3038
However,
öğrenciyle derslik inşa
we
ettik.
have built
Şehrimizdeki 3. yüksek öğretim
many
kurumu olan
classrooms in this
Eskişehir
city.
Teknik
The
Üniversitesi'ni
third
kurduk.
biggest university of the city,
Gençlik ve
Eskişehir
sporda
Technical University, has been founded.
5896 kişi kapasiteli yüksek öğrenim
We
yurt binalarını
also
açtık.
built higher education
Aralarında
dorms with a
33 bin
capacity of
seyirci
totally
kapasiteli stadyumun da bulunduğu 31
5,896.
spor tesisini
We also
Eskişehir'imize
established
kazandırdık.
31 new
Sosyal
sports
yardımlarda
complexes in
Eskişehir'in
Eskişehir.
ihtiyaç
In
sahibi
terms of social
vatandaşlarımıza
assistance,
toplam
we attended the needs of our Eskişehir
3 milyar
people,
liralık
and
kaynak
totally
aktardık.
we have allocated a resource of
Sağlıkta
1.3
yenisi
billion
hastaneden oluşan
lira. And in
toplam
health, we
23
have
sağlık tesisi inşa
built
ettik.
23
İnşa
healthcare
ettiğimiz
institutions, 7 of which
1081
are
yataklı
general hospitals.
şehir hastanemiz.
The city hospital with a bed capacity of
Güzel mi?
1,081
Biz buyuz.
pleases our people. Are you not
600
happy?
yataklı
Yes, you are.
Yunus Emre
And
Eğitim ve
this is what we
Araştırma
are.
Hastanemiz.
And our Yunus Emre Research and Training Hospital with a bed capacity of more than 600.
İnsan odaklı
Are you
sağlık hizmeti
happy
anlayışımızı layıkıyla sunuyor.
and
Sivrihisar
satisfied with the
Devlet
services
Hastanemizin ek
there?
binasıyla birlikte
Yes, and
4 sağlık
with the
tesisimizin
Sivrihisar
inşası,
City
12
Hospital,
sağlık
we
tesisimizin ise
complete the
plan,
constructions of
proje
4
ve
healthcare
ihale süreci devam
institutions,
ediyor.
and there are still ongoing
Çevre ve
planning and tendering
Şehircilikte
processes for 12 other
9358
healthcare
konutu
institutions. In
594
house
konutun
construction,
sosyal
we
donatı alanlarıyla
completed
birlikte inşasına
more
devam
than
ediyoruz.
9,000 dwelling houses in their
ev sahibi
construction
yapmak için
for our
Odun
citizens
Pazarı
with
ilçemizde
lower income.
2450
In Odun
konut
Pazarı
üretimi için
district, we
proje
have
çalışmalarını
started and
Önümüzdeki
finished
günlerde
the
ihalesini
project
yaparak
work
inşasına
for
başlıyoruz.
the construction of more than
Eskişehir'de bina
2,500
stokunun tamamını tarıyor.
dwelling houses,
riskli
and we
binaları
are
tespit
screening all the
kapsamda
building stock
yaptığımız
in Eskişehir
riskli yapı
and
tespitinin
identify the
ardından
risky structures.
10.094 bağımsız birimin
After
yıkımını
that
gerçekleştirdik.
screening, we
Kentsel dönüşüm çalışmaları
demolished
kapsamında
more
kira
than
yardımları,
10,000
ve
units.
proje uygulamaları
However,
için
for
yaklaşık
urban
80 milyon
gentrification,
lira destek sağladık.
urbanization,
Şehrimizde
restructuring,
3 millet
and
bahçesi
reconstruction,
projemiz var.
we have allocated a lot of
Eski stadın
resources.
yerine
We have
inşa
3 people's
ettiğimiz millet
gardens
bahçemizin
in
yapımını
Eskişehir, and we have also completed all the construction
Biz buyuz.
relevant to Eskişehir
Beylikova
people's
ilçemizde
garden.
yapımını sürdürdüğümüz
In Beylikova,
millet bahçemizi
the People's Garden,
%90
which is
seviyesinde
under
bitirdik.
construction, has
Odun
been
Pazarı millet
complete
bahçemizde
by
yer
90%.
seçimini bitirdik.
And in Odun
Yapımına
Pazarı
yakında
district,
başlıyoruz.
the plot to be
Ulaştırmada
designated for the
90
construction of the new
kilometreden
People's
devraldığımız
Garden
bölünmüş
has
yol
been
uzunluğunu 227
identified,
kilometre
and
ilave ile
we also
toplamda 317 kilometreye çıkardık.
increased the length of the divided roads and highways to 317 kilometers.
Yolunu 2 yılla
Eskişehir Yalıçık Road
Sarıcakaya yolunu
and
ise
Eskişehir
3 yıla kadar
Sarıcakaya Road,
tamamlıyoruz.
all those projects will be also completed.
Önce
The first
Ankara'yla,
within 2 years,
sonra
and the latter
Konya,
within
İstanbul,
3 years.
Bilecik,
And in
Sakarya
Konya,
ve
Istanbul,
Kocaeli ile
Bilecik,
yüksek
and
hızlı tren ulaşımı başladı.
Sakarya, we also
Eskişehir
have started
birinci
the
ana jet
high
üssüne
speed
bir iltisak
train
hattı yapmak için
connections.
çalışmalara başladı.
And we also have started
Raylı
many
sistemlerde
projects for the
adeta
railway
bir üretim
systems.
merkezi haline
And
gelen
in the railway systems, Eskişehir indeed has become a hub and a national electric
üretim aşamalarının önemli bir kısmı başlayan
driving engine manufacturing
elektrikli lokomotif imalatında
facility
dışarıya bağımlılığını büyük
will be
ölçüde
established,
azaltmayı
and
hedefliyor.
this aims to
Bir
reduce
başka
the
projemizde
foreign dependency of our country for the
ayrı
manufacturing
taşıtlarda
of
kullanılan
electric driving
yeni
engines
nesil
for trains.
8 silindirli
Another issue is
dizel
the
motor
8-cylinder
üretimini
diesel
Eskişehir'de
engine
başlatmamız.
used for
Lisansı ülkemize
vehicles.
ait özgün bu motorun
To be
üretimiyle
licensed by our country,
inşallah
this
lokomotif,
unique
enerji
engine
sektörü
and its
ve
manufacturing
marine motor
will
ihtiyaçlarını
contribute to the driving
kendimiz
engine sector,
karşılayabileceğiz.
energy sector, and
Tarım ve ormanda
all other
Eskişehir'e
elements.
9 baraj ve 11 gölet
9
kazandırdık.
dams and
Son
11
19
artificial lakes
inşa
also
ettiğimiz
have been
26
constructed in
sulama
Eskişehir. The 26
Eskişehir'de
irrigation
105.000
facilities
dekar
we
zirai
constructed over the
araziyi
past 19
sulamaya
years
açtık.
have
İnşaat
ensured
safhasında olan
the
14
irrigation
sulama
of
tesisimiz
a
toplam
large area
70
in
bin dekar
Eskişehir,
araziyi de
and
suyla
totally
buluşturacağız.
70,000 additional acres of
Toplam
land will be also irrigated with some
tutarında
additional
tarımsal
projects
destek verdik.
to be completed, and we
Sanayide
have supported
20
Eskişehir
ARGE merkezi
with
ve 5 tasarım merkezi
2.3 billion
Üretimi
liras of
ve
agricultural
istihdamı
incentive
desteklemek için
to support
2,6
production
milyar
and
liralık tarımda
employment.
prim
We
desteği verdik.
have also supported
Enerjide bugüne
Eskişehir
kadar
with
Alpın,
premiums
Beylikova,
worth of
Çiftelen,
worth of
Mahmudiye,
2.6 billion.
Miyalıçık
Niyalıkçık,
Sivrihisar'ı
Mahmudiye, Sivrihisar, and many
doğalgazla
other districts of Eskişehir have been so
Yakında
far supplied with natural
Sarıcakaya
gas.
ve
And
Nihal
before
Gazi'ye
long,
de
Sarıcakaya
doğalgazı
and
götürüyoruz.
Nialgazi also will be supplied with natural gas.
Görüldüğü gibi
As seen,
şehrimize özetin özeti bile anlatmakla bitmeyecek eserler
we have many
hizmetler kazandık.
projects and
İnşallah
services
bundan sonra Eskişehir'i daha büyük
offered
yatırımlarla
to
geliştirmeye,
Eskişehir.
kalkındırmaya devam edeceğiz.
Many projects, even
Sözlerime
the
son
summary
vermeden
of which
gerek buraya
would take
gelmeden
hours
önce
to break down.
açılışını yaptığımız
Before I
tüm
conclude, I once
gerekse
again would like to
burada
say
resmi
that all the
açılışlarını
facilities
gerçekleştirdiğimiz
that we
eser
inaugurated
ve
today
hizmetleri
before coming here
şehrimize,
to this venue,
ülkemize
and also all the projects
daha
we
milletimize
opened here
hayırlı
right
olmasını
now
Allah'tan
officially will be auspicious for
Bu
our
eserlerin
city, for our people,
Eskişehir'e
and for our
kazandırılmasında
country.
emeği
I
geçenleri
would like to thank
tekrar
to everyone who
tebrik
contributed to the fruition of
Fakat
these great projects,
şimdi 2023'e kadar
and I also would like to state that until 2023,
çalışacak mıyız?
now we will
Durmak
continue to
Yola
work.
devam diyor muyuz?
Do we say we will not stop but
Diyor muyuz?
continue on this path?
Diyor muyuz?
Do we say that
Var olun.
out loudly?
Hepinize
Thank you.
sevgilerimi,
Thank you very much. I
saygılarımı
share
sunuyorum.
my love and
Varın
respect with
sağlıcakla.
each and every one of you. Thank you.
Sayın Recep
Thank
Tayyip
you. Stay in
Erdoğan'a
health.
konuşmaları için çok teşekkür ediyor. Ve Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımızı bir müddet daha sahnede misafir ediyoruz. Değerli konuklar, saygıdeğer hemşehrilerimiz, Cumhurbaşkanımız Sayın Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, Eskişehir'de yapımı tamamlanan tesislerin açılışını kurdele kesmek suretiyle gerçekleştirecektir. Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımıza refakat etmek üzere Türkiye Büyük Millet Meclisi Eski Başkanı, AK Parti Genel Başkan Vekilimizi, Sayın Bakanlarımızı, Sayın AK Parti Genel Başkan Yardımcılarımızı, Sayın Milletvekillerimizi, Sayın Eskişehir Valimizi, AK Parti Eskişehir İl Başkanı